Hello, hello, hello. Good to see you. You get fairy dust. I get fairy dust. Amelie gets fairy dust. One thing I want to say about the 5 stages of grief is that I don't want you to worry about them. The really only reason that you should be thinking about it, not should, but that you could be thinking about it is if you find yourself in one of the 5 stages, denial, anger, hold on, I got it, denial, B, bargaining, D, depression and acceptance. You can just notice, so this is what I would do, I would say like, I might have a crying jag or something, and then I might be saying like, if you just, well, I'll give you an example from my family. So we had a dog that died, and this happened when my daughter was really young, and maybe in the 4th grade, 3rd or 4th grade, and she was crying about our dog that died. It was a puppy that died, and I was tucking her in, and she was crying, and she's like, if God would give me the puppy back, I'll give her my room. I'll give the puppy my room. And her name was Happy. Oh, I'll give Happy my room if she, and I'm like, oh, that's bargaining like that. I mean, obviously, I'm such a cold psychological bitch. Like, aha, that's bargaining. No, obviously, I've just poured empathy all over her. But because I'm a psychology bitch, I realized like, oh, that's part of the whole bargaining thing. But what I want to say is that they've never been researched where there's like, it's valid and reliable. Like there's no research, it's not a thing. A lot of people will come to me and say like, Elizabeth, I don't know, I'm not going through anger. It's just like, you don't have to. Like if you do, that's fine. And you can say, oh, anger, it's on that list, great. But nothing, no other reason to think of it as that. And now's a good time to say that grief is not linear. It's not linear. Even with the theory that I'm going to teach you about in the 2nd and 3rd months, even with that, it is not linear. And I'll explain all that, but you don't need to worry about that this month. I don't want you to worry about anything. This month is about one foot in front of the other. Get through this. You're just going to get through it with the least amount of scars, bumps, bruises, like psychologically or physically as possible. Again, just a quick reminder here, when you drive, you're at 10 and 2, put your phone in the trunk. You have to concentrate to drive. I want you to be thinking as if you had a glass of wine, or that you haven't slept all night, and how you would be extra cautious about driving. That's what I want you to be all this month and later too. But just this month, we're just going to get through I'm the bitch that's going to get you through this month. So I want you to be really, really careful. Also take extra time. Okay. So it's not linear, and the stages you don't have to go through all the stages. And, you could, it's depression, anger, bargaining. You could start bargaining from the beginning. You know what I mean? Like, so it could go any way. And whatever other grief support you're getting through books or whatever, you can know that it's really impossible for it to unfold in an orderly fashion. And it would be nice because it would give us a little bit more sense of control, which we have lost because somebody has died, and that has shaken us to our core about what can happen in life. And so so this is very, very important. I want you to be thinking about if you even know the 5 stages of grief, I just want you to think of them and use them as tools or insight only if it's helpful. That's the only reason to think about it or do it, only if it's helpful. But there's nothing to worry about. Grief is going to work through you the way it's going to work through you, and we don't have control over what that looks like. But again, we can structure our lives in a way that, we can get through this without being bloody and bruised and just, knocking her head against a wall like every day. So, so anyway, I hope that's helpful. Love you. Bye.